And we're going to go ahead and start with our high frequency words. Give me a thumbs up if you can see our high frequency words. Maddox, I need you to put your camera on. We cannot have our camera off. Thank you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start. So today, make sure everybody turns their volume down all the way at the very top. You may be muted on your microphone, but your actual iPad may be turned off. Make sure the volume is turned off because I'm picking a student to go ahead and unmute themselves so that we can hear everybody saying the high frequency words together. So I'm going to have Landon go ahead and unmute herself. And then everybody else, make sure your volume is off so it does not echo. Because I can hear a lot of echo already. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and say our high frequency words. Or actually our vowels. Are you ready? A. E. So somebody's microphone is not, or their volume is not off. So you want to double check those two little knobs on the top of your iPad. It's all the way off. All right, let's try it again. I. That sounds a lot better. O. U. Good job. So now we're going to do our high frequency words. You ready? Begin. Book. Of. Ready. There. Thought. To. So guys, when you say the words, don't prolong it, just say to. Okay? Whole. Right. Years. And so here's our spelling words. Meet. Meet. Week. Name. Maddox, your microphone should be up. It should only be Landon. Main. Tail. Tail. Was it story tail? B. And B as in bumblebee. Good job. All right, so we are going to move on. So I'm going to go ahead and stop presenting. And then, all right, so we are focusing on the skills suffix full and suffix less. Does anybody remember what full is, what it means? Maddox, what does full mean?
Full of.
Full of, good job. We haven't talked about that in a while, but we will in groups today. So I will call the group that needs to stay on after our reading lesson here in a little bit. Who remembers what less means? Less is kind of hard because it's the opposite, less. Clinton?
Less of.
Close. Less means without. That's what so less means without. So it says, I'm going to say a word and you say the syllables. Then say the last syllable and I'll do the first one. So we did this yesterday. So we're going to do this again. All right. So our word is ungrateful. So if I know that ungrateful is Ungrateful. How many syllables did you hear? I see.
3.
Yeah, it is 3.
3.
Now I know that my last syllable was full, right? So the syllable ungrateful has 3 syllables and the last syllable is full. So now it's your turn. Are you ready? All right. Joyful.
4.
How many?
2.
2. And what is our last syllable?
Full.
Full. Good job. All right, here's the next one. Bottomless.
Bottomless. 3.
There's 3. So, Landon, you want to keep your mic on? All right. So it says here, sugarless.
Sugarless. 3.
3. And what's our last syllable? Less. Now, what does less mean? What does it mean?
It means without.
Without. Good job. Without. All right. Harmful.
Harmful.
2. And then what is our last syllable? Full. Good job. All right, here's the next one. Cordless.
Cordless. 2.
2. And then less. All right, good job.
I don't. She told me I don't.
Good job. All right, so what we can do now is you can turn off your mic. So now we are going to move to our power words. Now today's a little bit different.
Miss Wilmington.
Isabel Livington, make sure we hold our questions and Mrs. Elskoll can help you, sweetie, okay? All right, so what we can do is what we're going to do is do our power words. Now it's going to be a little bit different today because we are doing 2 stories. One story we're reading together, and then another story in Seesaw you'll be doing by yourself, okay? So you'll have to listen to the story and then come up with an opinion, 2 opinions for each person that you learn about today, okay? Maddox, make sure your mic's off. I'm going to have you sit with somebody else. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to present my screen for our power words. All right, give me a thumbs up if you can see the little Girl Scout troops. Harlow, you can't see them? Harlow, what you might have to do is, there's a little bit of a delay, which means sometimes our internet is a little bit slow in the morning. Maddox, if you can't see it, you need to log off and log back on to see if it'll refresh your screen. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start while Maddox is logging back in. And so everybody say troop.
True.
So troop is a noun. A troop is a group of people who belong to a club. Normally, we would know a troop would be for Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts troops. So it says Ellie, Sarah, and Cece belong to the girls' troops from our school. It says a scout troop may march in a Memorial Day parade. All right, here's the next one. Everybody say charge.
Charge.
So charge is a noun. When you are in charge, people follow your directions. So it says the counselor was in charge of leading the campers. The principal is in charge of our what?
School.
Of our school. Good job.
School.
It is our school. All right, the next one is solve. Everybody say solve.
Solve. Like solve a problem.
Solving a problem. Good job. It's a verb. So when you solve a problem, you find an answer to it. Who said that, solving a problem?
Harlow.
You were spot on. It says, I like to solve math problems. It says if I can't find a book in the library helps me solve this problem. All right, everybody say state.
State.
All right, so state is a noun. It's a place or a location. So a state is an area of land that is part of a country that has its own government. So in Texas, we are a state and we have our own government because we have a governor that governs the state and it passes laws for our state. So each state is outlined in black on this map. The name of our state is
Texas.
Texas. Good job.
United States of America.
Well, that's our country, so our state is Texas. All right, everybody say members. Members. So members are nouns. They're people. So members are people who belong to a group. It says members of Congress promise to work together. It says you guys are all members in this class. So it says here, laws. Everybody say laws.
Laws.
Laws. Laws are nouns. Laws are rules that people must follow. Does anybody know one of our laws when we have to, so anything at all, one of our laws? Omar?
To listen.
To listen. That's a rule in our school, right? But what about if we ride in a car?
Seatbelt.
The seat belt. You must have your seat belt on, whether you're in a booster seat or you're in a big person seat, you have to have a seat belt on, right? Buckled. All right. Everybody say capital.
Capital. The state capital.
Yeah, so it's the state capital. So it's a noun. It's a place. A capital is the city where the government meets to make laws. So we do have a capital. Does anybody know where our capital is located? Bella?
Washington, D.C.
Well, there is one in Washington, D.C., but there's also one in our state. Does anybody know what the city name is?
Austin.
Austin. Good job, Maddox.
I didn't know that.
It is. So we do have one. It's really cool if you ever get a chance to go see it. It says this building is in the capital city of Sacramento, California. So this is Sacramento, California's capital. It kind of looks like our capital looks kind of like this, basically. It says here, the capital city of our state is Austin, Texas. All right, everybody say council.
Council. Council.
So council is a noun, and council is a group of people elected to lead. So the council discusses important events in their city. So the people on the city council makes decisions for the entire city. So I noticed that we have council, we have capital, laws, members, we have troops, state. What do you think we might be reading about today? Does anybody know? I'm going to take a wild guess of what we're reading today together. Harlem?
I think the story is
it has a lot of big words that we normally don't use every day, right? Who do you know that helps make these laws in our country?
the president.
The president. So we may be talking about the government, right?
Yeah.
So what I would like you to do is, if you have your book, because Miss Fullington gave you a book yesterday, and it has the rain cloud and the umbrella, and you want to turn to page 77. Page 77.
77. Our new one. Miss Fullington?
Uh-huh.
Is it page 77 you said?
Yep. Page 77. 77.
Which book? I think I just
It's the one with the umbrella on it. And if you don't have it, I have it pulled up on here that we can read it together, okay?
Isabella, you're not supposed to be doing that, throwing the book.
Melanie, do you have the book, sweetie?
Yeah, let me just go find it.
Okay, so you don't have to. I was just making sure if you have it, you can do that on your own time. Okay.
I'm on here.
Okay.
I'm on it. No. You passed me. 77. It has the air. That's 76, man. I know where it is. I got it. Right here. 77. That's not the one. Yes. 76. 77. This page is pointing.
Yep, that's it. That's the page. Yep.
I can't
If you can't find it, raise your hand, and I'm sure a neighbor will come and help you.
Oh, is it this one?
Yes, that's that one. Yep, that's perfect. Yep, that's it, Harlow. So be sure, guys, that your mask is over your nose, because I see a lot of them drifting down to your mouth. Make sure it's over your nose at all times.
This page, Miss Wallington.
That's perfect, Isabella. That's where we need to be.
Okay.
All right, are we ready?
What? The heart? Right here. Okay. You can see. Miss Wallington can see somebody catch you. I think we can both see each other.
All right, so we are going to read this together. Miss Fullington's going to read it, not the actual computer today. We're going to read this together. And so make sure that you have like a tracking device, like a pencil. You can use your finger, a bookmark, something that's going to help you not lose your place. Okay. Because we always want to practice that, because good readers practice tracking where they're reading.
I got a pink marker because
That's fine. Just keep the lid on it, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So everybody settle in. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go. That way we don't start without you.
Miss Wallington.
Yes.
We have new baby kittens.
I know you told me yesterday that they showed up. 2 of them did? Right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Isabella Wigington, I need that mask over your face for safety reasons. Thank you. Can you take it off, babe? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read. And so we are preparing to read, because we always got to prepare ourselves as readers. So it says, prepare to read who are government's leaders. So here we are in that first green arrow, and it says genre study. It says informational text is nonfiction. It gives facts about a topic. As you read who are government leaders, look for captions with photos, main topic and idea for details, headings that stand out. So we also are setting a purpose. Oh, we forgot to, you know what, guys? We forgot to look at our anchor chart. So with our anchor chart, let me go ahead and share our anchor chart. We are learning to summarize. So summarize means to kind of sum up what we are reading. So when you summarize, you put author's ideas into your own words. So here's the first part. Read part of the text. Then we're going to follow the second arrow. It says in step number 2, stop to think about the most important ideas. And then you're going to say them in your own words, which means we're going to paraphrase. Can everybody say paraphrase? Paraphrase means that we are putting, if we read something about government leaders, we're putting it in our own words and we're telling about it. And then number 3 says repeat for the next part. Sometimes we're ready for part 4. It says at the very end of the story, Put it all together and say all the most important ideas in a few sentences. So here are some tips in this green box. So tips, here's tip number 1. Use important details, because sometimes details can be sneaky and they won't be very important. They're just extra details. Number 2, use words and pictures from the text. So if you use the pictures and bolded words, it's going to help you realize what you're reading. So it helps you understand better. And tip 3, don't change the meaning. So that means don't veer away from, if you are talking about government leaders, you shouldn't be talking about the last place by Austin, Texas that you went shopping at. Because does shopping help us understand government leaders? No, it's a distractor, and we don't want to do distractors. We want to stay on topic. Okay, so with that being said, we are ready to read our government leaders. Go ahead and switch us to our story. All right, is everybody on our story? All right, so we're going to build background. So let's listen. We're going to listen to building background of our government.
A government is made up of people who have special jobs. They work together to run a city, a state, or a country. This is done in 3 ways. One part of the government makes laws. Laws are like rules. They protect people and keep them safe. The second part of the government makes sure that people follow the laws. The third part of the government makes decisions about what the laws mean. Together, the people in our government work as a team. Their job is to do what is best for everyone in the country.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to our story. So it says, Who are Government's Leaders? By Jennifer Boothroyd. So make sure you're tracking and reading with me. So we're on page 78. It says, Who is a leader? A leader is a person who is in charge of a group of people. Leaders try to help their groups and solve problems. Leaders try to work together and are good listeners too. Some leaders work in government. Government leaders help make rules. They make rules for our country, our state, and our city. So we're going to the first picture right here. It says, this leader helps guide the scouts in his troop. In the second picture here, it says, government leaders write rules for us to follow. All right, so here we're on the next page on 79. So make sure you're tracking and reading. So it says here, our country's leaders. Our country's leaders work in Washington, D.C. The president leads our country and members of Congress make laws for our country. The president and Congress work together. So here's our picture of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. So it says the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. All right, so we should be on page 80. All right, so here's page 80. It says state leaders. State leaders work in states' capital city. People in each state choose a governor. The governor leads the state. The governor works with legislators who make laws for their state. So who are the ones that who is the one that the governors work with? What are they called?
President.
Not the president. It's highlighted in pink.
Troops.
Not troops. Carlo?
Legend stars?
You're close. You and Isabella are, hold on. It's called legislator. Everybody say legislator.
Legislator. Legislator.
So that is part of our branch. So it says here in our picture, most governors are chosen every 4 years. So our governor today will be serving and helping us for 4 years.
Why do they choose 4 years?
It's just that's how long they become a leader. It's like our president. Our president is chosen for 4 years, and then we hold an election again.
The mic's supposed to be on.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to page 81. Go ahead and turn off the mic.
81. 81.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it says city leaders. A mayor is the leader of a city's government. The mayor works with the city council. So Ferris is a city, and we have a mayor in Ferris too. So it says citizens choose council members. So here is some council members, and they're discussing some issues in the city council meeting. And that's when the people, the residents or the people that live in Ferris, they come together at a certain place and they meet with the city council and the mayor, and they talk about some issues to help our city be better, to get better. All right, so here we are on our last page, page 82. And page 82 says, good leaders make our country a better place to live. So we always want to know that our city is a safe and place for us to live and for us to go to school and go to the library. So they provide some of those services for us. Okay. All right. So you may close your book and put it away. All right, so I'm going to show you, so once everybody comes back and puts their book away, I'm going to show you what you're going to do in Seesaw, and then I need the pink group, so that will be Aaliyah, Clinton, Rolando, and Landon to go to my teacher table later after I show you in Seesaw what you're going to do. So I'm going to show you what you're going to do in reading, so after we meet pink group, I'm going to show you in Seesaw right now what you're going to do after we do our meeting, okay? All right, so I need to see everybody paying attention to the screen so that way we can go into Seesaw.
I can't see.
Can you see me now? Because I stopped presenting.
I can see you.
Okay, so I stopped presenting, so I'm about to show you Seesaw right now. Let's see. All right, can you see? It says Miss Lil's Seesaw page, but I can change it. Can everybody see the Seesaw page? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. Oh, I see some of us frozen. I'm going to go ahead and...
Now I can't. Now I can't anymore.
Hold on, guys. I may have to log off, log back on. It might be my internet. Let me see.
See you, Miss Fullington. Miss Fullington. See you. Miss Fullington. My iPad's frozen and I can't get back on the meet. Cutting out. You're cutting out, Miss Fullington. I can't see your face.
Can you see me now?
Thanks. No. Yeah, me. No.
I think so. What I might have to do is log off and log back on.
Oh, I can see you. I can't. I have to log off and log back. I can see you. I can't.
So raise your hand who cannot see me. Who cannot see me? Okay, so Aaliyah, I need you to log off and log back on.
I can see you now.
Okay.
See you. I just accidentally was trying to I can't mute my microphone.
Okay. So I need everybody to mute their microphone. All microphones off.
I can't see Miss Fullington.
Jorge, log off and log back on.
You can. Ew, yeah, ew.
All right. It seems like everybody is on. I'm going to go ahead and try to present my screen again because I think both of our internets were lagging at the same time. So give me a thumbs up if you can see the seesaw screen. Give it just a second, Harlow. It won't be right away. We got it? Jorge, can you see me? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. Can you see the seesaw? All right, Isabella Wigington, I need you to stop turning off your camera. So, Maddox, what I need you to do is go ahead and log off and then sit by someone so you can actually see the seesaw activity. Okay, girls, Landon and Mackenzie need to pay attention. We're about to show you in seesaw what you're going to do. All right, so in seesaw, there is 2 activities for you to do. I've seen that some of y'all that are at home, you've already done one of them, so that's awesome. So there are 2 of them. So one is write an opinion. You can either do this one first. This one you're going to have to click the little link and then watch and listen to the story. And then there's also Thursday 114 suffixes full and less. This one's super easy. All you're going to do on this one is look at the picture and circle which one matches the picture, and then you're going to put the word on the line. That one's really super duper easy. Now the second one, I am going to show you a video because we have not talked about a fact or an opinion a lot. We've talked about it maybe one time out of the year so far. So we're going to listen to a short video and then we're going to have you log off and do your seesaw activities, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share that video. It's really short, and so we want to make sure that we're paying attention.
Fact and Opinion for Kids by Teaching Without Frills. What is a fact? A fact is something that is always true. Facts can be proven. We can find facts by doing research in books or on the internet, or we can even do research of our own. Here's an example of a fact. Dogs need food and water to survive. This is a fact because it's always true, and you can prove it by doing research. So, what's an opinion? An opinion is what you think or feel about something. It cannot be proven, and your opinion might be different than someone else's. Here's an example. You may think dogs are the best pets. You may feel like dogs are so cute, but someone else may think, no way, cats are the best and they are way cuter. So now let's see if you can tell the difference between a fact or an opinion. Apples are fruit. Fact or opinion? Yes, this is a fact because it is always true. How about this one? Apples are delicious. Right,
Opinion.
this is an opinion. Some people think apples are delicious, other people not so much. So if you're trying to determine if something is a fact, ask yourself these 2 questions. Is it always true? Can it be proven? And if the answer is yes, then that's how you know it's a fact. If you liked this video, then check out the Teaching Without Frills channel for even more.
All right, guys, so that was a little reminder of what a fact and opinion is, and it's going to help you know the difference, because your job on the seesaw activity, where you have to read the story and listen to the story, you have to add 2 opinions to each one. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So in seesaw, when you're ready to do this activity, can everybody see our seesaw page? All right. So in seesaw, when you're ready to do this page right here, it says write an opinion. You need to click on the picture so you can listen to the story. It's recorded for you, so you just listen to it. When you're done listening to the story, you're going to add a response. So it says write 2 opinions about Abigail Adams. So you can do 1 opinion here and 1 opinion here. And then write 2 opinions about W.E.B. Du Bois. We've learned about him already, but it's going to touch up on him in the story again. So you're going to write the first opinion here and the first opinion here. How many opinions are you going to have total on this page? You're going to have 4. So you're going to have 2 for Abigail Adams and 2 for W.E.B. Du Bois. Okay? So when you're done with those 2 activities, remember you have that suffixes full and less also. You may go to your stations. Now I need the pink group, which is Aaliyah, Clinton, Rolando, and Landon. I need you to go to my teacher table with your iPads so we can talk about a little bit more of suffixes, less, and full. And then everybody else that's not in the pink group, go ahead and complete those seesaw activities. Okay, guys? Melanie, do you have any questions, sweetie?
No.
All right, sweetie, you may log out of this Google Meet and complete those 2 activities, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you later, sweetie.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. You're welcome, sweetie. Bye, Jorge. Harlow, you're still logged into the Google Meet. Isabella Wigington, I need you to log off and complete those 2 activities for me. Isabella, I need you to put your mask on and keep it on. All right, so Harlow and Isabella Wigington, I need you 2 to log off and go to your seesaw.
Miss Fullington?
Yes. I'm sorry?
When are you coming back?
It's going to be a few months, sweetie, and maybe after spring break. It's in March.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
Because I can meet with you guys.
All right, go ahead and get your seesaw.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, is Harlow in the restroom?
Just say it for me. Miss Fullington.
Yes. Benton?
When are you going to come back on March?
You may what?
When are you going to come back on March?
After spring break. That's like March, after the week of March 11th.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, is Harlow not in the classroom?
That means you're coming back in 2 more months.
Thank you, Bella Bright. Okay. All right, so us 4 guys are going to be talking about suffix less and suffix full. Does anybody remember what suffix full means? Clinton?
Full of.
Full of. And then we talked about it, right, this morning, so it's probably going to be pretty easy. And less means, what does less mean? Rolando?
Without.
Without. Good job. So with that being said, in Seesaw, we're going to watch a little video, and then we're going to, I'm going to have you do this activity really fast, and then you can go back and do those 2 activities in reading, okay? So it's going to be super duper easy. So in Seesaw, you have the suffix full and less word sort. So we're going to listen to the little video really fast.
When school isn't a place you have to be.
Give me just a second, guys. Let me share this with you. All right, can you see? It almost looks like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let me go ahead and play this little ad really fast to get it out of the way.
Why not go to school where remote learning can be as remote as.
Okay, so here is the video. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, and we're going to listen closely, okay?
Welcome to Kids Academy.
Hello, I am Chris the Word Whiz. We will look at the end of words today. Are you ready to look carefully? Let's go! Suffixes are letters at the end of a word. These change the meaning. We will look at 4 suffixes: full, less, ly, and a bull. Here's one: truthful. When we add full to a word, it means full of, just like it sounds. So, truthful would be full of truth. If you are a truthful person, you are full of the truth, or you tell the truth often. How about painful? What do you think that would mean? Yes, full of pain. Ouch! Another suffix is less. This means without. So if we had use and added less, it would mean without a use. A hammer is useless for this project. It is without use for this. Let's look at fearless. Less means without. So this would mean without fear. She was fearless when she swam in the ocean. So she wasn't afraid. We looked at full and less. Our third suffix is ly. This one is a little trickier, but I know you can handle it. Ly answers the question, how? Sometimes it answers the question, how often? You can try this one. She acts friendly to everyone. What question does it answer? How does she act? You got it! She is friendly. Let's look at another word with ly. The class has a weekly music lesson. This answers the question, how often? A weekly lesson would happen once a week. We have one more suffix for today.
All right, guys, we just touched up on less, full, and ly. And so we are only going to focus on less and full, right? So in Seesaw, I have assigned each of you this activity. So let me go ahead and go back to Seesaw. All right, can you see our seesaw page? Okay. All right. Aaliyah, can you see our seesaw page? Okay, so in our seesaw, it's a really quick activity. All you're going to do is, I'm going to act like I'm Aaliyah for a second. So on this one, it says full and less, and you have a whole bunch of words here that you are going to either put here or here. Once you're done, you're going to read your list out with the microphone. You're going to record yourself with the microphone saying each word. When you're done, you are going to press the green check mark and then go back and complete those 2 reading activities that we showed you previous to our meeting, okay? We got it? All right, guys, you may log out of this Google Meet and go do your seesaw activity. Bye.